Okay, so in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to send out your own e-newsletters using the template that has been created for you by Divine Designs. By now you should have received an email. In that email there will be a link. When you click the link you will see something exactly like this. There will also be a username and password in that email. You enter it in and you hit submit. You'll get to a page like this. In order to send your email, you need to click create/send and create a new campaign. We need to name the campaign. In this case, it's the January 2012 campaign. Okay, then you need to select a title. This is what's going to show up in the subject line of the email for all of your clients. Let's see, for this one, let's pick something like this. This is a theme that goes throughout the email. Okay, then you need to basically choose a design. In order to select the template that we've created for you, you choose use one of my templates. The template is there. If you want to send a plain text email with no template, you just click that, and there'll be no graphics at all. Or if you have more than one template that we've created, you can select whichever one you want to use based on who you're sending it to. Click next. And now here we have the template with some pre-filled out stuff. A couple things to note. The top bar and the footer, that stuff is not changeable, as well as the graphical header image. If you want changes to any of that stuff, you have to come to Divine Designs directly. Now, when you see edit, that means you can edit this block of content. Add new means you can add a new block of content to that area. You'd want to do that specifically if you want to add photos. You'd want to add a new block, because when you add blocks you have the option, basically the photo option. So you can choose whether this block is going to be text only with no photo, text with a full width image that'll show up above your text, text with a image to the right of the text, text with an image to the left of the text, or if it's actually going to be a little gallery of images, you can insert that as well. For this first one, this one is actually going to have an image to the right, so text with right aligned image. Now that I've added that, I can add on the left hand side here, I add the title. I can choose the file that I want, the image that I want, which is going to be this one here, a picture of our client who's sending out this e-newsletter. And then we want to add the actual text. It's important to note that when you're adding text, you need to first copy and paste it into a program like Notepad that doesn't have any formatting. It's very important that the formatting, like when you're bolding text, italicizing text, stuff like that, that needs to be done from within the e-newsletter software. Okay, so we copy and paste this text. And we put it in. Now we do want to add some personalization. Right now, if you look at the newsletter, you can always see a preview on the right side here. It just says Dear. Who's it going to say Dear to? We want to insert personalization and first name. So it's going to address the person by their name, which is stored in the email database, in the list. The fallback equals, this is if there is no name, what's it going to say? Subscriber. Dear subscriber, today is the first day of the rest of your life here on planet Earth. Okay, so now we edit the text. This was the actual subject. What are you going to reach for this new year? So we could bold that, make it stand out. This is a Bible verse. Make sure the formatting looks good in here as well. This is a Bible verse, so maybe we want to italicize that so that it also kind of stands out a bit and signifies that it's not necessarily the client speaking here. And then you want to look and see how the email looks to see if there's anything you want to change. Maybe like that. Okay. Oh, okay, so this stuff here is not actually going to be part of it. Okay, so we'll save our changes. So now, this is what we've got for an email. This part here, this reach part, I'd like to create a couple different blocks here actually for this one. So let's take this reach text. And I would like to make that a block. So let's edit this. Let's delete that, and actually let's delete that as well. Okay, so here's our first block of text. Now I'm going to add a new block, which is going to have text with a a right aligned image. Another image on the right. I don't actually want, the title will be this, reach. Okay, so we add a title. We choose the image that we want. I've got a nice image that represents reaching. Let's save that. This text is appearing a little lower than I would like, so I'm going to remove that extra space. Okay, so now we have two blocks of text, both with an image on the right hand side. Now I'd like to add one more block that's going to be text only, just for the top of this. It's just going to be for the contact information. Let's put that there. Save changes. Oops, we don't want a title there at all. Or maybe we do. Get in touch. Let's put that there. Okay. So you go over it. If you see any other things that you'd like to do, I look at that, reach forward, really seems like it needs to stand out, so let's bold that. Anyways, you get the idea. Okay, so there's that. Now this newsletter also has a left side column, and in the left side column, we're going to put a Bible verse, Jeremiah 29:11. So let's edit that. Actually, let's oops, once again, a little too much space there. Okay, so there's a Bible verse, Jeremiah 29:11. The client would also like to let people know what she's reading right now. So we'll copy this, we'll add a new block that's going to be text only. Oops. That goes there. Get rid of the extra space. Okay. And so that's the e-newsletter for January. Okay, now we click preview up at the top, so we can preview it without any of those little tags. Very nice, very nice. Okay, now we define recipients. We choose who this email is going to. This client has two lists, a main list which she manually manages herself, and a newsletter signups. There's a sign-up form on the newsletter, on her website, and when people sign up on the website to receive the newsletter, they're automatically added into this database, so we want to send it to those people as well. We hit next, and then we basically send it from there. So we can see that there's 49 people in total that this is going to be sent to. The next thing is to test and define delivery. This is very important. You want to test the email before it goes out. I'm going to send one to the client, one to, and two to me, so I can see it in a couple different email clients. This just sends, just signifies that you're going to use, because we have personalization where it emails the person's first name by name, this just says who we're going to use to actually test that to make sure that that's working. It's not going to send an email to this person, it's just going to use their information to make sure that it is actually addressing the person by first name. So now we're going to send an email to the client, a couple emails to me, send the test email. Once that's done and it looks good, you will come back to this page, hit next, and determine when you want the campaign to actually send.